Dr. Karen Can here with another edition of the Spiritual Medicine Digest. Kind of cash today. Forgive the pigtails. What's very interesting is I have found that this week a lot of people in their healing session have needed or wanted positive morphic frequencies related to Earth. And the ones that have come up, if you recall a couple of weeks ago, we were talking about oxygen. So that's still coming up. But the Schumann frequency is still coming up. But recently, it has to do with other Earth frequencies. One has to do with essential oils, and there've been not a particular one, but it seems like essential oil frequencies are, for whatever reason, really popular. So absolutely, you can download essential oil frequencies to yourself, and most of you already TOLPAKAN Healing attuned, and you can directly download it by just doing the TOLPAKAN Healing directive. So that would go something like this: it is now commanded that the beneficial frequencies of frankincense essential oil be downloaded and activated in me and all versions of me in the highest and best way in all timelines where I exist, if that's for the highest good. Thank you. So, I mean, in certain timelines you may not need it, but if you don't, then it just won't download to those timelines, right? So can't hurt to ask, because you never know, you may have parallel timelines where it would be beneficial. So essential oils has been kind of popular this week. The other things has been the ionospheric energies. Now, if you have my TOLPAKAN Healing Guide number 1, which is available if you're a part of the Light Warrior group, and that's posted on our private Light Warrior support group Facebook page under files. So in that row 1, column B, you'll actually see what's called other ionospheric energies. So what that means is that there are other energies of the ionosphere of various planets and things like that you may be benefiting from. And Dr. Jeffrey Thompson, I love his brainwave music. It's amazing. It's like the best on the market, I think. Anyway, he has one called Celestial Love Songs, where you can actually hear what the ionospheric energies would sound like if they were made into sound. And those ionospheric energies are of like Jupiter and Saturn and Earth and Mercury and Venus. It's really cool. So we got that from NASA. And I could tell you, I thought, if I would listen to this, I probably resonate with Neptune or something exotic, or Jupiter or Saturn. Nope, it was Earth. Yeah, the first time I listened to it, I was lying down, just kind of relaxing, and I went through all the different tracks, and as soon as Mother Earth, the Mother Earth song came on board, I just fell asleep. I mean, I was deep in healing mode. It was like amazing. Anyway, but you can download these directly to yourself. So you can actually check which ionospheric energy do you need, or you can download them all to you. You can do that. So that's been kind of popular this week as well. Also, 2 positive morphic fields that have been asked for might be a positive frequency of something, like, for example, a timeline of yours might be missing the positive morphic field of peace. So you may want to download the morphic field of peace, to yourself and all your other timelines. However, if it doesn't stick, what it may mean is that you have another morphic field that counteracts that. So I call that the anti-peace morphic field. So you can have an anti-morphic field of anything, which you can have a morphic field of your assemblage beam that's broken and it messes up with the positive morphic field. So you have to pull that one out. So you can go ahead and just pull it out if you find it. If you have an anti-morphic field or something blocking from that positive morphic field being downloaded and activated and staying in you, then you can just pull the other one out. Okay, so it's not commanded that this anti-peace morphic field be pulled, canceled, undone, dissolved, non-created, and the peace morphic field downloaded and activated in me and all versions of me with ease, speed, and grace. Okay, so you can do that. You might notice also upgrades. For example, sometimes on the TOLPAKAN Healing Guides, I'm guided to, say, the horror line. for example, or maybe the astral court. And then I'll ask, is the Hara line happy? And I'll get, yes, it's 100% happy. And so there's nothing wrong with it. So I was like, why am I guided here? So then I ask, is there something that would be beneficial to change? And I get a yes. So I have noticed that there's certain parts of our anatomy that can be upgraded. So they may be 100% light already and 100% happy, but with ascension, they can be even upgraded or expanded. So you can ask, is this X, whatever it is, Hara line, chakras, whatever, is it for the highest and greatest good to expand or upgrade this to the highest level possible? If you get a yes, you can go ahead and just command it to be done. Okay. Now, we had to do some weather magic here in the Northeast. I didn't actually look at the weather map at all, but I just noticed like 2 weeks of rain, like crazy rain. Mosquitoes loved it. But I was like, well, I kind of miss the sun. So one of the things you can ask about weird weather is this natural? And or you can ask, is Mother Earth just rebalancing herself? Is this for the highest good? If you get a no, then you have a good chance of being able to change the weather. And that's what we call weather magic. So in this case, I did get that whatever was going on, apparently it was the whole Northeast, but I just knew it was my area in Lake Placid. So whatever was going on in Lake Placid was artificially created and was not for the highest and greatest good. So I thought, okay, great, I'm going to change it. So it was raining like so hard when I was doing the healing. And so I just figured it out. There was some sort of rainmaker machine, although I know you guys in the West are like, give it to us, we need that, but some sort of experiment going on in the Northeast. And apparently it only works locationally, like in that area. So in this case, it only worked in the Northeast. So there may be other disturbances going on in the rest of the U.S., but as far as the Northeast, the rainmaker stuff was only in the Northeast. So I went ahead and dealt with that in my own TOLPAKAN healing way, and basically said stop raining. It took about 12 minutes for it to stop raining, and then it was great because the clouds parted, the sun came out, and I was like, I haven't seen you in so long. This is great. So it rained a couple other times, but each time I'm in the middle of sleep, you can hear the rain. I'm like, stop. And then it stops. Isn't it fun, to do this kind of stuff? So today, of course, it's supposed to rain, like cats and dogs again, and what is it? Well, it's sunny and it's dry. Yes. Okay. So I just wanted to share that little weather magic with you because it's fun. It's fun to share that stuff. So the big news for this week is, drum roll. Okay, the big news this week is that the ascension, means, in some ways, means that there are codes, so to speak, programming codes. If you're a computer program, you'll get this right away. There are codes coming from Source to reprogram us, to elevate our vibration, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, energetically, dimensionally, and possibly other ways. As the source codes come in, your various different bodies have ways of translating those codes and integrating those codes to the new way of being. So you actually have a translator and you actually have a integrator for each of those systems. So you can actually ask, how well are the source codes translating in my physical body? Or how well or how efficient, that's a good one, how efficient are they translating and integrating in my physical body? And those are two different things, so you can ask for each of those, integrating and translating. And you can check for your emotional body, your energetic body, so on and so forth. And this is just newly updated in our Deep Healing MP3s as well as Ascension 2. The ability to efficiently and effectively, quickly translate and integrate those source codes in all those different bodies, because we have found some glitches in some folks. So then we know that, okay, this is something that we can heal. So go ahead and check that in yourself and see if that helps you. I know for me, there's some people like me as well that have gained quite a bit of weight since last year when the massive ascensions were occurring. And for me, it's definitely a lot of lymphatic fluid. And the lymph apparently is kind of like the delivery system to the physical body, the source codes. Now, I'm not sure why that is, just what I'm understanding, at least from my limited human mind, what source is talking about. So the lymphatic system, the extra lymphatic fluid, relates to the delivery of source codes to the physical body. And there are parts of my physical body that were not getting these codes very well, or at least not like getting what it was supposed to do. One of it was my fat and my skin, and specifically in the arms and legs area. So that was going on last week for me. So for those of us that are starseeds, especially that we've been light beings in other timelines, these codes come in much faster for you. So if you check in how many codes per second, for example, for my husband, it's like 2,000 to 3,000 codes per second. For me, last week, it was like 4,000 codes per second. This past week, I noticed an increase in swelling one day. I rechecked that number. It was over 7,000 codes per second. So I've tried to figure out, can we slow these down? And I got to know. But what we can do is we can improve that translation, improve that integration so it's more efficient. So hopefully, the swelling isn't so bad for those of us. And it does seem to have helped, at least me and a couple other people who are starseeds with the same issue. So I'm hoping that will help you. So check that out. The other thing you can do is a systems check. This is really cool too. So there are probably many systems for all your different bodies, your physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, energetic. So I don't even know the names of many of these systems. But physical systems, that's pretty easy. So there are 12 main physical systems. I do add a couple of those, like there's immune system, nervous system, cardiovascular, that kind of thing. But there is also a fascial system. And what was the other one? I think it was something to do with fat. So there was some sort of lipid system. I don't know what to call it yet. So some sort of lipid system. So you would add that to your 12 main systems, your fascial system and your lipid system, your fat system. You can ask how happy they are, how efficiently they're working. That's your physical systems. And of course, there's a whole bunch of other systems which I don't have names for. There's Kathy Homeyer described one called the multi-dimensional integration system. You can check if that's happy and then command it to be perfectly happy in all timelines. If it's not happy, there's the ascension integration system, and then there's a separate ascension integration for each of the bodies as well. That's a system. One really great one to check is your emotional detox system. So if you don't have your emotional detox system 100% efficient and happy, what can happen is that emotional energies, negative emotional energies, can stick to you a little longer than they should, and you're not clearing them as quickly. So you want to optimize that as well. So optimize your emotional detox system. You can optimize your spiritual detox system, your physical detox system, mental detox, all sorts of stuff. So have fun with that. Maybe you can help me figure out some of these names. That would be really fun too. So next Monday on my radio show, we have Dr. Dennis Lobstein back with us talking about how we can use the LifeWave products. I'm actually wearing the shirt today, LifeWave. LifeWave products to help support our energy bodies, to help support our meridians and acupuncture centers and points. And our topic is going to be on fatigue and adrenal fatigue. During this ascension events where our boundaries can go down, we can feel a lot of stuff, we can get really tired. Some of this does require some energy to process, so sometimes our little adrenal glands get a little stressed out. So Dr. Dennis is going to show us some advanced protocols to use with the energy enhancer patches and all the other patches to help us support the hormonal system, to help support the adrenal glands, to help support our energy system, our dantian, where we store energy below the belly button in Chinese medicine. So join me on the show 3 p.m. on Monday for that show, and you can ask us a question if you would like. And if you haven't tried LifeWave, or maybe you're you are a LifeWave person, and you're interested to know what acupuncture points might be best for you, I can also real quick do a quick mini muscle test for you and see if there's any acupuncture point that would be for the highest and greatest good, or if the patches are even for your highest and greatest good. Some people don't need them. Some people it doesn't work for them for whatever reason. And so if you're on the fence, not sure, should I use them? Should I not use them? Should I get them? Shouldn't I get them? Get on the show live, and then write your question in the chat, or I can unmute you, call in, and I can check to see if they would be for your highest and greatest good. Now, I won't be able to do like elaborate protocols and testing all of that, but I can test, which patches would best serve you right now, and the number one acupuncture point or points that would best serve you right now as well. So get your pen and paper ready if you want me to do that for you. It's going to be a fun show with Dr. Dennis, and I look forward to speaking with all of you next week. And for those of you light warriors that have my new package B, which is the TOLPAKAN level 1 training, hopefully you've had some time to get through the first 4 videos of the level 1 training. But even if you haven't, it's okay. We are going to be doing a live training this weekend, so check your email box for that. Again, if you've purchased or have package B from my new package from May, there is a live call coming up where we will be going through in detail how to use the guides, and we'll be doing a lot of examples. So if you can be on that call live, we'll do some work on you, hopefully, and you'll see how that's done. All right, guys, have a great rest of the weekend. Bye for now.